All right, what's going on, everybody? So, for some reason, YouTube decided to, or YouTube and OBS aren't talking to each other very well right now. And it decided to start a new link right as I hit go live. And I was like, what's going on? So, I started 3 go lives in that whole span of like 5 minutes. And we decided to just go ahead and go with wherever the hell it lands. And hopefully,
And now it's working.
yeah,
So glad you found us.
that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Fucking Dangleclex, man.
We're just fashionably late. It's actually
Yeah.
because Clown had to brush his beard.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
30 dangles, boy.
Oh man. Alrighty. So here we are. We are here for another episode of Mixing It Up. I don't know. Personally, I don't have anything for this week's what have you been mixing? Do you guys got anything, or you just want to jump into the main segment here?
No, the only thing that I did this week was I made a big old batch. I made about 240 milliliters of that the Great Gig Experiment. We're going to send that out to some of the Yo-Yo cool kids. I'll put some at random, I guess. Or,
Yeah.
Send some out to some Yig fans. And just as a gratitude. And I hope everyone likes it. But everybody's got it. Well, it's going to take about a month to steep because I didn't enjoy it at all very much whenever. I mean, maybe Mitch, you can talk about how blackcurrant just doesn't taste great whenever it's fresh.
Yeah.
You need a little time.
It's an interesting.
You know, this week I really haven't really done anything new. I did do a little bit of tweaking, like in the mixed berry lemonade I've been working on. I did increase the boysenberry a little bit and decrease some of the other stuff. Just kind of playing with it. But that's about the only thing I've really done different or new this week.
I haven't really mixed that much this week. Or this weekend, I didn't really do that much. I did like some other recipes that I'm happy with. So that was kind of my time mixing this week. I haven't really spent any time trying to develop anything this weekend, hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I feel you. I've been tweaking things too. I'm trying to cave into the world of sweetener, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment.
Come to the dark side.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
it's all right.
So
it's fine.
The one recipe I've been needing to like just redo, just because like, you know, like personally I liked how it was, but then like I feel like it was missing something, and I even took some of the feedback I'd got on it, and I redid Blue Sin, and I think it's on point now. And then I added some sweetener afterwards. I was like, okay, that made it even better. Like, holy shit. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Do that, man.
Yeah.
Do
I mean,
that.
Chris, we talked about this. Like, you know, is there a recipe you can go back to and say, with my skills now, can I make it better? And guess what? I did it. I'm excited about it. Like, I actually, before the show, I was just kind of like being lazy, but the whole time I was like, I should just mix up a bottle of that, like a full 60 mil of it, because I only did a 30 mil and I tore through that really quickly. So, either way.
Well, that's the catalyst, right? I mean, if you pound through it real quick, that's a good sign that you should probably make more.
And that's always been one of my top favorites, and I think I just made it that much better. So, yay. Then, like with the Ohmies stuff, I'm still working on those. I need to revisit the Arnold Palmer one. I just need to get that damn TFA sweet tea. I just haven't made any time to place an order for any flavorings. And then the peanut, I'm still trying to figure out what frosting or what I could do to like boost the frosted flake part, like the frosting part, not the actual flake, but like that sweetness, how to boost it. Because like sweetener helped, it brought it to a new level, but it's still like more of a background thing instead of like in your face like I want it to be. So that's kind of where I'm at on
Maybe
that.
get like a powdered sugar or something.
Yeah, and I don't think I have anything like that right now.
Well, look, if y'all remember the what was it? The one I did with the blackberry lime, and I used a little bit of the milky O's, milky undertones. I got like what you were saying. It was kind of like a how you make a glaze with confectioner sugar and citrus.
Ooh, you know what? I do have some donut glaze somewhere around here. There you go.
Ooh, that could probably do it.
That's why I love being on this show. You guys are amazing. Alrighty, so for this week's show, we wanted to we're talking about what are we gonna do this week, and we've done the Iron Chef stuff, which we'll revisit at some point. Um, we've done just all sorts of things, and then Overdrip was cool enough to suggest, what about a summertime vape, being that it is almost towards the end of July. Um,
And it's
something
been
that would
crazy
be
hot.
uh
It's been crazy hot here. That's why
sure.
I need to make a decent recipe so I can vape it.
Yeah. So if you guys want to walk us through your process on how you decided to go with what you are going to be mixing, and if you guys want to start mixing, just go ahead. I'm going to look for some empty bottles here.
Yep. I mean, I posted my recipe up. Well, for me, with all of the rage, with all of these pre-bottled spritzer type of vodka type of things, I had tried a coconut lime version, and I thought it was actually pretty refreshing. It kind of reminded me of like what's the name of that alka seltzer water?
The White
The White
Claws.
Claw?
No, the soda. The soda water with just lightly.
Like a Perrier.
Yeah, kind of like that, but the flavored kind.
Mhm.
It tastes like that, but just more flavored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Flavored
so
mineral
it
water.
doesn't
Yeah, like
it doesn't taste like TV static.
no. They're not as carbonated, and they're sweeter. It's a hangover. Like you taste it, and it's like, oh, this is hangover. So that gave me, but the taste was actually pretty good. So coconut lime was where I wanted to go. A spritzer, a coconut lime spritzer is what I'm calling it. I'm gonna build it with coconut extra with from TFA, a little bit of botanical gin, tequila agave from Flavora, some of that lime distilled that I'm enjoying a lot, and some TFA champagne. And we're gonna see if I can get it bright. But my fear is what I was telling you guys is that I'm scared of suntan lotion with this coconut extra because it's very, 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 very strong.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it at 0.5% and see how it goes.
So I took a little bit of inspiration from a fellow stooge, Kelly Kell, killing it with her strawberry unicorn dew, and I've used Mountain Dew and stuff as in my lemonades and stuff, and that was where my brain first went with this summer kind of refreshing stuff. But I've already been working on lemonades, and so I wanted to go in a different route, and so I decided to go with a honeydew, peach, strawberry kind of fruit Mountain Dew situation. And I'm hoping that the honeydew doesn't taste super plasticky, because that's what it's tasted like in the past after straight off the shake. So, and I'm hoping that the peach doesn't punch me in the face, right?
Right.
But I'm excited to see how this works, because the flavors all together smelled super bomb. Just hopefully it vapes like that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm going.
Well, I guess it's me next.
Mhm.
Excuse me. So I don't know. I was thinking that I really like the idea of smoothies. I just don't really get them very often. So this is not a smoothie, but this is like a profile of a smoothie that I would like.
Yeah.
So to me, that meant it was refreshing. So it's going to be a mango apple iced tea is what I'm hoping for.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and I'm
iced
using a
tea.
couple apples, a couple mangoes, one iced tea, a little bit of sweetener.
A little bit of sweetener.
Just a little bit.
A little dabble, do you know what I mean? Hey, what are you making?
Dabs. That sounds interesting, man. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, we'll see if it's good or not.
Oh yeah, that's how I'm feeling about mine. I went more the seafood route. I was like, you know what I like in the summer? A nice whiskey sour. And I was like, I have a bourbon. Like originally, I was telling the guys before the show, I was gonna go with a tropical fruit type vape, and I was like, I've done that before. Let's go with something out of our wheelhouse here. So I was like, I have a bourbon, so we're gonna go with that. Then we're gonna do. I have a lemonade, and then I decided I do have this citrus soda guy right here, and I was like, that could go really well with the lemonade.
I've been staring at that flavor for a long time.
Yeah,
It's-
and I was like, make it like a bubbly bourbon
Yeah.
sour. I was like, let's see how this goes. So
What bourbon are you using?
the Flavora. This is like a full-on Flavora recipe. Because I don't have any other bourbons. I want to try a couple other ones though. I think I had messaged you about if you had tried a certain one. I just can't remember which one it was.
It's Kentucky bourbon for me.
Mm.
It presents more like bourbon essence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever used Inawera's mango shisha?
No, I haven't tried any of the shishas, man. I've been wanting to.
Yeah.
I
I want to try those
I have
too.
a vanilla shisha and I have another shisha. I haven't tried the mango one.
Okay, well, I haven't tried it yet either. I was kind of hoping that you guys would give me some insight, but
Do you?
I've
Are
heard a
you
lot of
trying it in
people
this
there.
recipe?
yeah, that's one of the mangoes. I'm using some sweet mango from Capella and then some shisha, but it's going to be more the sweet mango because I actually really like this flavor. Like the way that it tastes to me, it reminds me of just a bunch of good mango vapes that I've had before.
Yeah,
That
I've heard
works.
compare the shisha to the Indian mango, the mango Indian special. It's a little more on that on the darker side, as opposed to like the Flavor Art mango, which is very green, in my opinion. But I'm a big fan of the Capella, the sweet mango myself.
Yeah, it just tastes really good.
Yeah, that's what I use in my mango champagne. Actually,
Nice.
a lot of it.
So Labworks says I need to try the vape train bourbon, and I don't know. Labworks is Australian. I have to trust that word right there.
Dude, I've got like a handful of vape train stuff, and I like all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this botanical gin is phenomenal, man.
They have a carrot cake one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about
I feel
that
like
one.
I have to mix it a bit higher than I normally would think I would, but it's good.
All right,
Yeah,
so I'm done mixing.
That's that vape train bourbon. I might get a taste of that.
Yeah, what is it? The hell's that company called again? Bull City. They have it most likely.
Yeah, they got Full City has everything.
They have all the vape trains.
You know what I like whenever I don't reset my my tear?
Trying to
That's my
fucking calculate those numbers.
That's my favorite. So lesson for newbies: tear your freaking thing.
That means reset your scale.
Reset your scale.
Do you know that your camera's off?
Yes, I am very aware.
Okay.
The wifey needed a step boot.
Step boot.
Step out. She always makes fun of the fact that I say yesterday. I say yesterday, like some weird
Yesterday?
northeastern. Yeah,
Yesterday,
yesterday.
we say the other day, occasionally.
Okay, let me see.
The other day.
Okay, so that's all nice and clear looking. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so this is smelling phenomenal. I don't know if it's just that coconut is so fucking strong, but
And one thing I do know is like I probably won't taste any iced tea.
Yeah, iced tea
Right
takes a minute to develop, man.
Yeah.
I've not used an iced tea flavor, so they take a long time to steep.
Yes, they
Well,
do.
this one does. So like this is Flavor West iced tea.
Uh,
And it's really quite good. Like I remember I tried making like a peach tea lemonade, like coil turds, because I hadn't tried it yet, and I was like, I wonder if I'd like that in order to buy it.
mm.
And it took a really long time. I remember like after like 2 weeks, I was like, oh man, this isn't not good. And then I think I like just forgot about it for a month or so, and then I tried and I was like, oh my god, this tastes like I'm drinking like a legit like Nestea peach iced tea.
Wow,
But the
that's
lemon
great.
faded a bit.
So that's kind of strange to me because normally it's custards and bakeries that take so long to steep. I know the bourbon takes a little while. Undeveloped bourbon tastes weird. It tastes bitter and sharp. But normally clear flavors don't need a lot of steep. You know, it's strange to me to hear that a tea flavor would take steep time. You know? Weird.
There's some things that just do, and it doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
it's not necessarily what you would normally expect from something like that. But
Dude, that lemonade and the citrus soda took over for sure.
Yeah, Flavores.
I'm really surprised. Like off the taste, that the honeydew is like I get a little tiny bit of peach, but the honeydew is what's coming through hard. The strawberry kind of mellowed both of them out though, and I get just the tiniest bit of citrus from the Mountain Dew.
I'm licking the sun.
Smells super good.
Mine smells phenomenal, but it's some kind of, it's presenting some kind of weird cinnamon spice note. Have y'all experienced that working with coconut?
I've never worked with coconut.
Or is it the tequila agave that's making it a little? Remember how I said it was kind of good?
that coconut to me doesn't taste like there's any cinnamon in it.
I mean, it must be this tequila agave. It's got a spicy note to it.
Probably.
It smells like ground cumin.
Whoa, Mitch, you went hard in the paint with this recipe. A 60 ml.
I'm out of 30s, and I'm too lazy to wash one out.
Mix the bottle halfway, right?
I just went for it.
Yeah, he's gonna live with that,
I
man.
can send it, bud. Send it.
Labwork says the botanical gin is based on Tanqueray number 10, which that's actually what Sifu's told us before.
I get that same. I get that same note. It's a very good quality gin flavor, but this tequila agave is presenting as some type of a spicier note.
Maraschino limeade sounds good, dude. I could do that because I do have a grenadine somewhere around here. I'd have to find it, but I know I have it, so that can be very done. Do the limeade with the cherry and then add the citrus soda, because honestly that citrus soda is tops, dude. I'm liking it. Make it kind of
Oh, sorry, Con. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just gonna say, like, make it like a Shirley Temple, but what you gonna say, Mitch?
That sounds super good. Just smelling the vapor, now the citrus is coming through quite a bit more. I'm excited to hit this. You had me freaking out a little bit, Chris, thinking I overpeached it.
That's why I told you you gotta just hold true.
Go with the gut, man. Go with the gut. Yeah, the bourbon is not coming out in this, but I'm not upset about it. But I'm gonna let it steep and see how long it'll take, because that's that.
What are you doing for the sour? How are you handling the sour component of a whiskey sour?
Oh, it's there, man. That lemonade kind of makes up for the whiskey sour portion of it.
I don't like this.
You know?
Like what part or everything?
I think it's the tequila agave. It's the spice note that doesn't belong there, and smelling through these, it's the only thing that has that. I mean, I'm serious, guys. It smells like take cumin seeds, put them into a coffee grinder to make some rub or something, and that's what it smells. It smells like cumin. I'm not getting any kind of grassy or agave or tequila note. It's not presenting as booze. It's presenting as cinnamon. Like, I hate cinnamon.
Like, period? Like, if there's any hint of cinnamon in a vape, like, you're definitely out?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, dude, man, that's a lot of good vapes.
Yeah, that is.
I feel like I need to jump back into the world of bourbon.
We can continue talking. I'm gonna
Well,
remix this without the tequila.
Oh no, I'm looking through the notes on this, and they're all talking about bourbon, like comparing it the flavor to actual bourbon. And I'm like, dude, I need to get me a bottle of bourbon.
Which one?
I don't care. It's just been a minute, man.
Oh, bourbon in general. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking.
No. Like real bourbon. Like the last I had was TX bourbon. That shit was good. Bourbon sour, whiskey sour. Those are my top drinks right there.
I'm doing this again. Y'all can't stop me either. Because that's terrible. This is not. I'm sure this has some applications, but it just killed.
Yeah, let it steep. You never know. Maybe some of that'll just like drop off, and
Maybe so. I'll keep the bottle, but I want to vape it now.
All I'm thinking is Sifu's all like, I'm gonna dump a bunch of alcohol in this and make it hand sanitizer. That's where it's going.
I don't know if that's the kind of hand sanitizer you want though, because like when you're out in public and you're gonna like hand sanitize when you get back to your car, and then you get pulled over by a cop and be like, so you've been drinking tonight? No, I haven't. He's like, that's not what it smells like, bud. It's like, no, smell my hands. Yeah, that's even more evidence. No,
like
you don't get it.
It's my homemade hand sanitizer.
Homemade hand sanitizer from Phil e-liquid extract.
Oh, so you've been vaping, eh? It's even worse. Step out of the car, sir.
All right, that bourbon flavor is starting to come out. That oakiness that you're looking for.
I do have an oak flavor. I had picked it up. My brother-in-law is a big Five Ponds fan, especially the Castle Long.
Mm-hmm.
I had found a clone version of it and made some. I bought the flavorings to make it, and I have like a toasted almond and the oak and this, vanilla bourbon and some other things. So it's pretty good stuff. I like that oaky flavor.
so I did get a little bit of that plasticky from the honeydew, but I think once that mellows out in a couple days, this is actually really freaking good.
Yeah. Yeah, like even going through this lemonade, all I'm thinking is that Arnold Palmer recipe. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to switch to this lemonade.
Because like right now, the honeydew's mellow. It's refreshing, but it's real mellow. All the flavors aren't like real pungent, but I'm getting all of them now. I mean, the strawberry's really, really faint, but it's there, and the peach is coming through, the Mountain Dew's coming through. So I'm
what
happy.
strawberry
with
did you put in it?
I used the jungle flavor jungle strawberry sweet. Of course, my thing doesn't want to. There we go.
Dang, Mitch, you commit hard to flavorings too, man.
Well, it was easier to get it in the 120
Like,
than
dude,
it was
that is a 10 ml bottle of that mango shisha.
Well, I used that strawberry sweet in a bunch of different recipes. So like I when I started it out, I got it in like 30 mils, and I was going through it too quick.
You save money if it's a flavor that you really like and use often. You save money getting a bigger bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Long run,
Where I
it's
normally
better.
buy from, like from Dash Vapes, is where I normally buy from. The biggest you can buy a concentrate in is 120 mils.
Mm.
Actually, you can only get it in 30, 60, 120. That's it.
I mean, if you
that's
want
all
to
I
get
buy.
crazy, you can get like 50-gallon barrels off of Nick River.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like pretty much both caps and both TFA vanilla custards, I could 100% fucking buy a liter of all of those
Yeah.
and use it way before they go bad.
Yeah, I buy those. I buy cap and the V2 and 120 and those 240s.
I'm loving using the Flavora boysenberry, but I think that I'm gonna end up having to sell myself for money to buy more of it because it's so damn expensive.
It's not really that bad. I mean, it's a lot more money, but
For like a bottle that like for a bottle like this size, it's like twice as much as the bigger bottles.
I told you, go directly to Flavora and buy it from them. It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's probably like $8.99 USD up here for a 30 ml bottle of Flavora.
Yeah, this
Well, that's not bad.
this root beer, this 120 is $36. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, some other flavors are a lot more expensive than others.
All right, let's try this again. Hopefully no.
Good luck, Sifu.
Let's burn this cinnamon off.
Burp times.
Go away from me, cinnamon. Devil.
So, update on last week's. After a week of steeping, I was very disappointed in my gummy sour gummy one that I did last week.
Yeah.
It's just soup. It's just all the flavors together. It just didn't.
Lemon, lime, and kiwi. That sounds. I want that from Labworks. He's saying gin, lemon, lime, and kiwi. That's
Bubby, I have not tried the mullenberry custard. If anything, talk to Labworks.
I've heard Addy talk about some of those mullenberry flavors.
I have a few, and I like them.
Better?
Yes. Okay.
So, was it the agave?
It was agave.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's weird. I wouldn't imagine that creating like a cinnamon flavor.
Well, that's delightful. That is. I'm not getting suntan. It's tasting like Malibu rum. It's presenting itself like a Malibu rum. I'm getting an effervescence, even though there's no US 30 from the champagne, I guess, and the gin. It's this is delightful. It's light. I put a little more sweetener than I used to. I went to 0.75 instead of 0.5, and bang it. I might even go a little more gin. It's really good. Just don't use this. Don't use this in anything.
I'm interested to see how that other bottle you made turns out in a week.
Unless you like cinnamon.
Give it a week and then just visit it and then turn it to hand sanitizer.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to mark this one though, because I will mix it.
You just grabbed the wrong one.
Hey Duchess, what's going on, man?
That dude.
What's up, Swags?
I'm gonna just call this one Cocoa Yuck.
Labworks says agave needs to be warmed to blend it.
Interesting.
Be serious.
So how would we go about doing that?
Hot water in a ultrasonic cleaner.
Probably.
How does that sound, Labworks? Hot water in an ultrasonic cleaner.
Dude, I want one of those stirrer things that he has where you just put the bottle on the platform and it starts stirring it for you.
Yeah, those are.
I wasn't in the notes for this. I read I read a million notes for this. I didn't see anything about it being warmed. Okay, well, I believe you.
I will say that I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to mix more of what I just made. It tastes delicious, but like I said before, I don't even taste like that hint of lemon from the iced tea at this point. And like honestly, most of it is mango, but I get like a little bit of apple, but the mango is like really up front. So it's gonna be one of those things that it tastes good. So I'll probably vape it, and then I'll have to make another bottle and let it sit. Maybe I'll just make another bottle right after the show. I only brought up one bottle.
Coco, yes.
Duchess, thanks for the shout out on Instagram today, brother.
Yeah, dude. Thanks, man.
Although I was a little bummed you didn't put the enthusiasm you do on Mondays and Thursdays. I felt like you were a little mellow compared to the other shout outs you do for the other shows.
Yeah, what's up, dude? No, thanks, Duchess. You're a beaut.
Yep. Duchess, your cheesecake is. I haven't sold much this week, but I sold another bottle I think last week, and I have a bottle of my own, and it's been good. And I don't like
Man.
strawberry, or I'm not big on strawberry or cheesecake, much less strawberry cheesecake, and it's really good. It's good.
I basically hate your entire profile, but I'm enjoying it.
It's not my preferred.
That's brutal, yo.
It's
I know
really
I have to actually
well
order.
done.
I keep telling like Duchess, I'll be like, bro, I need to like try mixing up your cheesecake, but then I got him to send me the recipe twice because I lost the first one and I forgot to order. Had to order concentrates twice from the time that I forgot about it, and then I asked him again, and it turns out that I can't get everything from what I normally order anyways. But
Yeah.
I'm like one ingredient away. I think I need like liquid burnt and strawberry.
Well, they have that at Bull City.
Yeah, they do have it at Bull City. It's really expensive to get stuff shipped from Bull City.
It has to be worth his
Liquid
order.
concentrates are expensive. They are.
I think that it's like over $20 US.
Yeah, it was a 26 for a 120. I think. And then he also
I'm not saying that their prices are expensive.
no,
The
it's
shipping.
just
Their international shipping is expensive for sure. Because I think that I ordered last time, I ordered maybe it might have been like 300 mils worth of flavorings, and I think it was like $27 Canadian, which is over $20 US. So that's why, like, for me, it's like I can't just order like 3 or 4 things. I have to like order a bunch in order to make it worthwhile.
absolutely. Gonna drop the wattage a little bit and see if I can get some more coconut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was looking into that tequila agave, and I mean, the notes are basically what you've said so far. And there was like one customer review, and it was like, very nice tequila flavor, puts Jose to shame. And I'm like, well, Cuervo sucks to begin with.
That was shocking. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take LabWorks advice. I'm gonna drop it into a heated ultrasonic cleaner and see if that because otherwise I'm just gonna throw it out to the yard or something.
See if it gets rid of that cinnamon taste.
That just didn't like that.
Yeah, I know.
It was if you remember this flavor from Dimension, it was like a mochi donut. It was Dimensions. I forget the name of the actual liquid, but it was a mochi donut, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it had like a cinnamon component. And my wife loved it so hard. The first time I tasted it, dude, I was like, oh, I said, you got to, this is bad. You know, my wife is kind of weird. She's like, you know, it's like you can tell her, it's like, man, this stuff stinks smelling. And she'll like, oh, it does stink. I was like, yeah, I told you it stinks. You know? But I was like, yeah, this stuff tastes bad tasting. She's like, what are you talking about? This is great. And I'm like, what for you?
I don't think I've ever had a mochi before, and this is the second or third time I've heard about it in the last 6 months. I honestly don't even know what it even is.
Oh, dude, mochi's delicious. I like
Yeah,
mochi ice cream.
Let's see, Dimensions.
But it's basically like this weird, like, elasticy dough that they like put over either some form of jelly or ice cream.
Juice Dimensions Mochi Dough. That's the one. I'm gonna post a link on it. But this guy here is got cinnamon. It's super desserty. That's this guy. Oh, drip. That guy.
And yeah, Cody Vogler, yeah, dude, a blue raz. I don't know, I've not really explored into blue raspberry stuff yet. Other than
Oh, dude, Raz, I love that shit.
other than doing like the Blaz line, I've never really dove into that.
I'm a big fan of blue raspberry. It just has to be the right one. And not that long ago, I found like a really good one.
Mm.
Yeah. the best blue raz that I've ever had is the Sendoku Razman. That is phenomenal. It because the best one that I had found to that point was Anarchist Blue. I mean, I just kind of prefer that slushy type of flavor.
Yeah.
But that's
I like sour, the sour blue razzes.
Yeah. So let's see if I can find it. It's Sengoku Raz. Yep. And it's super cheap. Like on eJuice Connect, it's like 100 mil is like $12. This one, Mitch. This one, Overdrip. That guy right there. That is a phenomenal blue. It's very, very, very fresh. It's more fresh fruit blue raz than it is like an artificial like candy or a sucker or a slush. You know, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Yeah. I was gonna say on the updates for last week, since Mitch had mentioned his earlier. On mine, it still tastes like what is it, Americano from Grinding House. I actually hit up Issa and I was like, dude, I think I cloned your juice. And he's like, what was your recipe? And I sent it to him. He's like, okay, phew, you almost had it. I'm like, damn it. But yeah,
it's like unknowingly, I just kind of whipped it together.
Mm-hmm. It's like, bro.
But I think that on the blue raspberry note, I think that my favorite flavoring is like the sour blue raspberry from Wonder Flavors. I think it's actually sour blue raspberry candy from Wonder Flavors.
Sour blue raspberry candy. I'm gonna have to look that one.
I do love blue raspberry. It's legit. If you like mix it with a bit of like sweet raspberry like as well, like just to like depth in it a little bit, it's I don't know. I really like it. I don't mind like sweeter-ish / candy vapes as long as they're not too sweet. And like I don't hammer sweetener at them, so it's okay.
Right.
Liquid Born.
I just really like it.
Look, I got the Liquid Born Blue Raz, and I did the Liquid Born Blue Raz with the rainbow sherbet, the one that Wayne does. He calls it blue or something, and I didn't like it. I don't know what was weird about it. It might have been the lime or something in the sherbet. But I failed, and then I went on my own trying to find a blue raspberry flavor, and I've failed miserable at all of them. So I'm gonna definitely check out this sour one because I think that's what I was missing in all the that sour component. You know, that tartness that you want was missing. You know, because I love Anarchist Blue, but dude, it gets just like all Dwayne's liquids from that line. It starts hitting you with the sweetness, and then next thing you know, you got vapor's tongue and you burn out.
Yeah, like you're tapping it out.
Like, oh boy, give me a break, oh boy. You beat me up on me.
I don't find that the mango does it.
Yeah, I still haven't tried that one. I need to get my hands on a bottle.
Like, I mean, it's sweet, but it's not like.
I think it's sweet too. I think mine is definitely. I'm pretty sure he's using some of the same mangoes that I'm using. It's definitely Flavora and it's definitely sweet mango. But he's got some kind of unique kind of candy component to his that I really like. But again, it gets a little sweet for me. This is much lighter.
Yeah.
I just prefer lighter vapes. I think since I got into this DIY journey, every now and then I'm like, oh, I remember that juice. I want some of it. Like my brother-in-law came to the house last night and he had some Turkish blends. And I was like, yeah, man, this was one of the first things I vaped whenever I got off cigarettes, you know. And I took a hit on it and I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
yeah,
man,
you start getting used to the not having so much sweet.
You know what's crazy? I don't even think that's that sweet.
That
Turkish
one
blend,
blend is, well, that's just it. Honestly, I know I don't. I think it's like Dwayne's Mango. It's not overly sweet, but when you get used to your your own mixes, your own creations, and then you go back to something that's commercially made and it's sweeter than what you have, and you go, that's sweet. You know, so your sweetness tolerance is like dropped.
Mhm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that when I had like Turk's original juice, I really wanted it to be more custard. And I was kind of like disappointed that there wasn't that much custard. The butterscotch was good. Like I liked it. It's a good vape,
No.
but I just wanted more custard. But that's also coming from a person that loves fucking custards.
Right.
Give me that hard,
Have you
like
done?
egg custard in my face. I'm in.
Did you do that? It was always forget the guy's name. The one that gave us the stone for the flavor art premium custard. It's like premium custard, biscuit, something else. And then he also suggested to use like 4% of butterscotch ripple. And I had made a bottle of that a long time ago, like back in February. And I opened that bottle up and I brought it out to test up against the blend. And it's like what you want. There was definitely a lot more custard, lighter on the butterscotch, and then I used less sweetener overall. And my brother-in-law was like, "Yeah, this is actually really, really good." He likes the more butterscotch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look up that recipe for the what is it? Hobbs, some kind of all-day unicorn vape thing. That's the name of it?
I have no idea.
It's Hobbs. His name is Hobbs. Yeah. I'm going to find it, and it's the flavor art. It's the premium custard stone.
Yeah, I think isn't that concentrate really hard to find? I know that I can't find it anywhere in
In
Canada.
the UK. Some sort of Hobbs unicorn all day vape. It's Bavarian biscuit, cheesecake, and no, that's not it. Somebody used his name. That's fucked up.
Let's see.
There it is. Hobbs the vape. It's Bavarian biscuit, cheesecake, custard premium. It is this guy right here, Mitch. And then at the bottom in his comments, he says add butterscotch ripple at 4% and Flavor West at 1%. I didn't have any Flavor West butterscotch. I just have the ripple, so I went 5% on the ripple. And it's like money. Yeah, Chef's has it. That's right. That's where I got mine. I bought a 120 of it. Like you said, I bought enough to make it worth the trip from the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the UK. Okay.
Yeah, it's like what is it? Let's see. Cloud King Cody says Euroflavors has a good blue raz. Back to the blue raz conversation, which I'd have to give it a try. I've not experimented with those. Then what was it? Bubby and Labworks were talking about the Chemnovatics. He's saying they have some pretty good passion fruit.
Passion fruit is in.
And I wonder if we can get those here, because I've never seen those names before.
I've never seen Euroflavor.
Probably.
I've seen Chemnovatic.
Yeah, I've never seen Chemnovatics, but I don't know. Bull City.
Right.
Like I've seen Euro flavors, but I think that was on Bull City, and I think they have like a limited.
Well, so I have an interesting. This is something that I found interesting. Ordering large quantities of nicotine in the summer heat.
Mm.
I'll tell you about my experience with Vapor Stack. How I had such a terrible. I've never been insulted by a company like that before in my life. But I had gotten. So I ordered another bottle, another 500 mils from River, because I had such. I mean, look how clear this has been. I mean, it's crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
Tasteless, so I got another one in, and whenever I went to transfer it over, it had a slight. It wasn't as bad as the stuff from Vapor Stick, but it had a slight, stale cigarette smell to it. And she's like, you know what? So I emailed them about it, and she's like, you know what? We're just having troubles with the summer heat. I'm gonna send you one right over right now. Send you another one over right now. And she sent it really, really fast, and that one was perfect. Um, I still think that bottle was usable. I think it was, if you have a bigger bottle and it's out for a while, I think at the end of its life, that's about where it was at now. So I think I could probably use it a little bit for right now. Especially for something I want more throat hit in, because but honestly, she was saying that we are just having a hard time because of the delivery times that they're experiencing. They package things, they do everything right on their end. They package it up to make it cold, and then they send it out, and then it sits before it gets into the truck, and then it sits in the truck, and then sometimes you don't get to it whenever it's dropped off at your doorstep, and it's just a long time for nicotine to be in the heat.
Yep.
I asked specifically, it's like, okay, so what if I ordered PG nicotine instead? She goes, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I guess the lesson that I had with all of this experience is that some companies are better at explaining things than others and are much nicer about stuff. and also too, be leery about ordering large quantities of nicotine in the summer heat.
Well, dude, that's a lot of nicotine too, right? Like 500 mil. Not many people are going to be ordering that much, so they're probably not used to that kind of shit.
It's 500 milliliters, and that's a lot of nicotine. But I mean, I go through it really quick.
So, River Supply has the Euro flavors, and they have the blue raspberry. It's like the first thing that comes up. Let me look up on there.
Yeah, Bull City does have Kim Nevadic. I've seen.
Yeah, Bull City has Chem Nevadic, but they're very limited. They only have like 4 of them.
Yeah, that I agree with Cloud King Cody. That Mango Indian special is badass. That's some good shit.
Is it like sweet, or is it just the flavor of
it? So Flavor Mango is syrupy and really dark. The mango special is not syrupy, but it's deeper. It gives that skank. It gives that dankness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Ohmies Mango has got a real dankness to it. You know, you gotta give them that. You know, so, but I think that it's really, 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 really good. I mean, you just used the Capella Sweet Mango.
Yeah.
So it's much deeper than that one. It's not as bright. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to like do multiple, because I wanted to like have a bit more going on, because I knew that off the shake I was probably gonna get more of it.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be something pretty decent when that iced tea comes in, so it still holds up and you could still taste it. I have a feeling that the apple might not ever really come through that great. You kind of get it on the exhale, like right at the end.
Hmm.
I wish it was a little bit more upfront too, but
I gotta get this shisha mango.
Mm-hmm. The VTA one.
Gotta get it because I got 3 mangoes in my champagne, my mango champagne. It's a Flavora sweet mango and mango Indian special. A little bit of papaya, but that's it. That's the mango component. You know.
Labworks, what is a Weiss bar? Is that like a
Yeah, I was
candy
wondering
bar?
that too.
I think of beer when I hear Vice.
Yeah.
I love the brag of 5 liters of nicotine in his freezer.
Yeah, it's winter time for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you get Labworks on the other side of the world, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that. He probably always says that much. Like,
No, this is him on the light side. Normally it's like gallons.
Well, a White Bar mango is like an ice cream bar.
Oh, okay.
A white mango and ice cream bar. It looks freaking delicious.
oh yeah, Labworks said it's an ice cream.
It's an ice cream, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah, dude, totally. Totes. Put it in.
I've had those like those mango cream bars, but I think that it's like a creamy yogurt, like a frozen yogurt. I don't think that it's ice cream.
This is an ice cream thing. It looks awesome.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Mm-hmm. I want it.
Dude, it even has like a slice of a mango on the top. Dude, that looks
I think that there might be a little bit of cinnamon though, so you might be out, Sifu.
Dude, they make them in raspberry, passion fruit, and macadamia.
So Weiss is a name brand. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so Weiss is a name brand of ice cream. Gotcha.
Yes. Dude, I'm gonna have to see if any local place around here carries these.
Download it. It says available in
That
Australia.
thing sounds awesome.
Australia and where?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. All right. So LabWorks, I'm gonna need you to send me a whole case of this.
Bubbly blended. I bet there's probably a place that'll ship worldwide that you could get it. It's just gonna cost you more in shipping.
Hey, look, he said
You're
he
gonna be like me.
You might be able to
So I'm
track
gonna
something
guess-
like that down from one of like the world type markets that has little bits of stuff from all over the place. You might be able to find something like that. We have a couple places like that up in Olympia.
Oh, sorry, I was talking because I think he says that we don't get the SPs. I was assuming he thought super concentrate
Yeah.
because Cloud King Cody was talking about that before. So you could probably order that from somewhere that ships worldwide.
Yeah. I'll say it, like the Wonder Flavor stuff is pretty good. I've been enjoying it. Still need to dive more into what I have.
Yeah, there's
but
one that I
damn.
just there's one that I got and I was so excited for it and I tried it and it's not it's really strange. It's the Wonder Flavors butter tart. And I was like really excited for it. I was like, oh man, like a fucking butter tart vape would be fucking delicious. And yeah, just the butter tart part was just weird. I have to like play with it again, I guess, but it was like one of those ones where you're like so excited and you've like built all these recipes in your brain, but like if it can be this for you, like you can just fucking run with it for a bit, and it's just let me down.
Damn,
Have
dude.
you guys ever used any like rhubarb?
No.
Made anything rhubarb based?
No.
My mom made this dessert a couple weeks ago that was like a custardy rhubarb mix, like filling on like a sugar cookie base, and then it had like a layer of like a homemade like cream cheese kind of frosting over the top of it, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. And I think that I might be on a mission to try and create that. But it was so good. I ate enough to make myself sick. But I don't know where to start with the rhubarb because I've never played with anything like that.
I've seen like lots in the UK. I feel like there's a lot more actual commercial liquid that has rhubarb in it because I've seen like rhubarb custards and like rhubarb pie maybe or something like that. Like I have a feeling that like you might be able to find some ideas from ELR on like what other people have used because ELR is worldwide, right? So there's people all over the world that are part of ELR or all the flavors. You might be able to get like a good starting point for your rhubarb. Because that sounds good if you replace the rhubarb with anything almost. I'm not a fan of rhubarb.
I can get down.
Like even strawberry rhubarb pie, I'm just like, I'm good. I'll just have some of that vanilla ice cream, thanks.
That's funny.
I think that that's like all part of like mixing too, right? There's just certain profiles. Like obviously, you're never gonna have Sifu banging out some cinnamon vape or something that has cinnamon in it. So like that's all those flavors that like we might enjoy. Like he is never gonna mix that. There's lots of stuff that I won't mix because I don't like the taste of them.
Yep.
LabWorks.
Which I think will limit me to a degree, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me with glacier banana, like to try glacier banana. But I don't think you understand how much testing goes into trying to create something like that, and I can't stand menthol. So,
Dude, menthol and banana, I like too. Like to me, that makes no sense. I would never want.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either.
I don't
It's
like
a thing.
banana
Like the
very much to
crisp
begin with.
sweet fruits, I could see menthol being with. You know what I mean? like apple and stuff like that, or like maybe some of the berries, but not that like banana. No. Banana and cream. That it's all I think.
No, it's
Banana cream,
it was a
cake.
thing.
Did you see what what LabWorks put on there for you, Chris?
There you go. Hey,
Oh
you're
yeah,
close. You had a pear thing last while back.
rhubarb, apple, pear.
That sounds good.
Oh, so I'm assuming that the apple and the pear kind of like knocked that real like tart from the rhubarb. See, I guess I would try it in a vape form because I think the big reason why I don't like it is the consistency of rhubarb. It's like I don't like celery really either for the same
Yeah, the
reasons. It's
kind of
like
the texture.
that
Yeah.
stringy, like weirdness,
Like that
and I struggle with some textures.
like that Karango that Jay likes. That's celery.
That's celery.
That's celery. That
What is it?
Cloud King and Cody, I can honestly say that the only time I've ever had experience with frozen bananas is when they're starting to go bad. I throw them in the freezer and then I make banana muffins later.
See
When
what,
I'm fucking ready to.
what we do in the motherland when a banana's starting to like go south. We dip them in chocolate and then freeze them. That's what we do.
There you go.
But as far as rhubarb, my only experiences I've ever had is in yogurt because they sell one at work. I think it's like a Greek yogurt with rhubarb strawberry in it. It's fucking good.
Yeah, like that's like a really common pairing.
Yeah.
Like strawberry
Yeah.
rhubarb, like pies, cakes,
Mm-hmm.
obviously yogurts.
Alrighty. So we're winding down on the show here. You guys want to do your sign offs and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Sorry, I was just reading chat because I read Vape Train Shisha Banana. Was what Labrador wrote down. I'm a big fan of these shisha things, although I don't think that some of the ones I've tried to use were the right uses for them.
Yeah.
Like there's another one that's raspberry shisha. To me, it tastes like a candy, like a straight up like. I don't think you guys have them, but it's like a Swedish berry. It's kind of like a Swedish fish, but it's raspberry instead of like strawberry. You know what I mean? Because like I'm pretty sure they're red Swedish fish or strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it at least. And I'm gonna tell you right now that if you have everything to make what I made, you should do it because it tastes really fucking good so far. All right, well, I'm just gonna say so. Friday nights on Frames Janklin Vapors channel. You can catch me on the green room at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, all the way down to 5 o'clock Pacific. You can check out the Shed Time podcast, which we upload episodes every Sunday. Sometimes we even have to like do overtime just to get one out, but we try to do that every single week. If you go over to SoundCloud, there's actually like a big giveaway. If you go over there and hit the follow button, I think that there's going to be a teaser this week on Palmer's Powder's Instagram. I think that he's going to like put up a couple of teaser pics of the mod that he is coding for the giveaway. So you guys should probably look into that because it'll be pretty sweet. Other than that, I don't think there's anything I'm forgetting. So I'm just going to say have a great week. And we'll see you guys next week at this time. And I'm going to throw it to Mitch.
Yeah, I don't really have anything new. So hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the usuals. I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. I'm excited to see how it goes with a little bit of Steve time. I gotta say thank you to Sifu for helping me rename it because today my brain did not want to help me come up with anything.
what it do, baby?
Yeah, what it do?
What it do?
And say this was the summertime vapes was a great idea. I'm excited for next week. See what we decide to what direction we decide to go in. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for helping make me step my game up and be a better mixer, because I've noticed like over the last since we started doing the show, like my progression and my profiles, and I'm tightening recipes up, and yeah, it's just overall things are getting better. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to all you guys for sure. And I'll see you guys next week.
Awesome.
Hey.
Same normal bat channels for me. My liquids are going real well. My labels have been received pretty good. And just thank you everyone for the support. It's meant a lot in this time. It's, this show and this process has taken my mind off of things right now. It's been great. It's really appreciated. It's great to come and hang out with friends and not have to worry about, just unplug for a minute and just hang out with friends and talk about your hobby. It's been super great. Just business that I have going on. I did make 240 milliliters of the Great Yig Experiment. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put those, after it steeps, I'm going to put those in the 30 milliliter bottles, and I'm going to get those out to the cool kids. Just kind of as a thank you and a tribute to Yig. I'll send something to you guys, and I'll just get as much of it out as I can. And then I guess we'll have a little contest to name the mix. There's some pretty cool stuff to name it so far. And we'll just put it on the interwebs for everyone to hopefully it scratches the gig itch for some people. Otherwise, this has been after I took the cinnamon out of it, this tequila agave, I named this Cocoa Yes. I was afraid that it would turn into suntan lotion, and it hasn't. This is actually vaping it's vaping like Malibu with a little bit of lime in it.
Just don't add the tequila.
Yeah, just skip out on that agave. And I think what a great idea.
Well, what if someone likes cinnamon though?
Not in whatever. Yeah, it's cool. Man.
Nico, I think you need to turn it into an ode to Tech 9 and make it a pimp juice recipe.
But this one has been. This was a great idea. I got a lot of good ideas out of this, and I stuck to my guns with this, and wanted to do something cocktail flavored, and going with coconut has really been good. I'm happy that we did this. This was fun. So.
I just want to say one thing before Clown goes. I have a suggestion for the name. Okay, just you don't have to say yes right now. You can message me after and say that's amazing. You should call it, this is not the best Yig in the world. This is just a tribute. That is what it should be called.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Clown.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, so like always, go check out Vaping with the Ohmies on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be on the lookout for next week's episode. We're gonna have some fun, and very excited. We got some guests signed up for it. And I was gonna say, for Wolfbite, I'm currently taking a break, as I mentioned yesterday on Ohmies. I'm taking a break. Go check them out over on Tim's channel, An Advocate for Liberty, if you guys want to check out what they're up to and all that kind of stuff. Then just be on the lookout for review videos. I gotta get a couple of them more edited and stuff like that, but I got quite a bit recorded, so I'm excited about that. And lastly, if you guys want like a mixing it up shirt and things like that, go check out Teespring and KVTV shop for juice and coils. Orders over $50, free shipping. Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for joining us. We had fun. We had a blast. As always, we love hanging out with friends here. So yeah, guys, catch you guys next week. Vape ball mix on.